Hello all, welcome back to Rogue Trader, of course, game operator and narrator. So let's pick up where we left off. Just after securing the warrant, we now need to get to the navigator's chambers. Do a quick little loot check here. I think we can go ahead and do a double wield. Something for range, something for melee. And Ballard, however, is pretty much set. I'm gonna give him the other med pack, though. Can we stack those? No. Unfortunately, we can't. That's fine. Oh, unless there's only stacks of 2. Meh, doesn't matter. Let's get the heck out of here. Through the navigator's sanctum. Don't worry, I remember how the zone map works.
Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idiratlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper. Its claws scraping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. Diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Dead, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
I guess that's fair. Must save the navigator as well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
So, we got class in the party now. You can drag, select, and backspace is to select everybody. Yeah! Let's look at our inventory. You are rocking a psychic staff, armored body glove, and a las pistol. Alright. That's a two-hand weapon. What do we have? Strike and lightning arc. Chains up to 4 targets within a 3-stall radius, dealing psychic damage. Perfect. And it's wisdom. Wisdom is going to be what you're looking for. Awareness warp. All right. Hello? They're assaulting the navigator.
The divine watches over us to death.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Emilard, let's put you right there. Let's go. Range is not very good. It's better than mine, though. Oh. We could. Brawler, sharpshooter. Sharpshooter, brawler. Let's get going. Do I clean this up?
Follow my lead.
Hi.
I will do my duty.
Gonna brace for impact up.
It will be done.
Strike done. Now charge.
I'm not interested. At your beck and call.
Didn't have enough AP. That's all right. So, Psyker is an operative. Analyze enemies. Exploit effects. Line of sights. Whenever the operative hits a target with an exploit applied to them, the attack deals additional damage. Stacks with perception. Notices dodge, parry, and armor. Perfect. That is 1 AP. It's like Shriek is 2. And that's 2. Put some debuffs on you. does chain nicely.
Was it you?
Very nice. Forewarning an Abelard.
Of course.
Perfect.
Let's make it quick.
Use the hologram to get an idea of what you're doing. Left click. And then click again.
Rejoice in service. And so shall it be done.
Orders, orders.
I will not be deterred.
That's a miss.
I took care of this one.
Abelard's got it. Good charge. Not really much of a point, though. So
I'd rather not.
can't do it. He's not in line of sight. But I can do this.
Battles than this in my time.
Hi, buddy.
It will be done.
Target well struck.
And it has to be a couple cells away.
I will do my...
Done and done. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheek. The creature's eyes are shut. The two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What's wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Fair.
Your time is short.
You are in dire need of help. We have to get you out of that chair.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Or not.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Well, that's cool. The last scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. I'll seal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with millions of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Yeah, no, bud. I don't think so.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidus, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static, interspaced with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Time to go. Ooh, axe. lot better than what we got. We're gonna have a psychic staff, scrappy autogun. Nyeh. In combat, what character may use different kinds of weapons? Oh yeah, we can switch different weapon sets by pressing X. That's fine. Axe and autogun. That appears to be everything.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
I'm not seeing much else here. Onward! Door does not budge. Uh-oh. He's holding it back. I don't think we can go back the way we came.
Let us walk this path to the end.
That door is sealed shut. The officer's deck. I had to double check and make sure.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this man.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Gotta love Sisters of Battle. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
I am the captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
Do not even think to insinuate that I am one of the traitors. I will not let such an affront slide.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader's ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
That's fair.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What's happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
All right. Sister of Battle acquired. What do we got? Unfading Valor, Bolter, and an auto pistol sidearm. We'll keep that as a backup just in case. You have a single shot and burst shot, yes? Yes. Perfect. Sally forth! Oh, we got goods. Fuel tanks, vat meal cakes, void sweat. Ah, well maintained, the stub revolver. Upgrades are upgrades. Door. That's where everybody came through. Yep.
Know your duty.
More goods. Crank injectors, maglev impellers, processors, and shipment of pretty much sticks. Cigarettes. Why, hello, ne'er-do-wells.
The Emperor is with us.
I like how everybody else decided to fall back here. Can I not? Oh, come on. It's not like we were ambushed. Well, I guess we start.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Argenta is the warrior of Adeptus Sororitas and a soldier. So yeah, run and gun. Revel in the slaughter. Every time you kill 3 enemies, you get an ability. Perfect.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
That's a little restricted. That's not as... Yeah, that's not as clean as I would have liked.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Also not cool. And that was all my AP. I should have used that first. Whoops.
the will of chaos.
Ebelard's gonna be taking some hits here.
Just a minor setback.
Let's see. Give forewarning to Abelard. I say we get into a little bit of cover first.
I know what is to come. Anything else? Be gone.
That's two.
Death to non-believers.
Swing and a miss. There we go. Partial, full. Single shot can penetrate through any cover. Perfect.
And so shall it be done. The Emperor commands.
Get up here and get in melee.
I am the chosen weapon.
Might as well.
That will crush the heathens.
At your back of...
Get him out of here. Oh. Reinforcements.
Indeed. It will be done.
Clean this guy up. A little beefier than normal. That's a shame.
Chaos guides me.
Yes, by all means, please line up.
Death to the weak.
Swing and a miss.
Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Another swing and a miss.
Guides me.
I move here.
As the Emperor commands, I
Better
act.
trigger that.
Doubt is for the weak.
We got a few targets.
As the Emperor commands. Prayer.
Only one down, though. Try this again. What's more with feeling?
Faith without deed.
Nice dodge.
I serve the ruinous powers.
How far can lightning reach? Go just a little closer.
Will do. No can do.
Ah, it's out of range. All right. Well, your head can
But
explode.
of course, my precious has failed me.
Your end is nigh.
Who do we want to do that on? Let's... Can't use Abelard, so we'll do Argenta. Same. Could take that shot. Might work, might not.
Rejoice in service.
Can't open for a crit. That didn't happen.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
I bring ruin.
Again, swing and a miss. I do have eyes there.
This battlefield
I'm gonna have to reload.
Fury.
Can we get a blow through?
I'll do it. You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I didn't get a blow through, but we got one.
Out of my way.
Nice miss. Also, by the way,
Anything else?
good night.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
I didn't have to, but I kind of wanted to. What's left? Heretic Assailant.
With each step, I forge my destiny among
To open the door, click on the icon above the cogitator. Character with the highest logic will make the skill test.
I have proven myself yet again.
I'm rolling a 100-sided die. Perfect. And away we go. Okay, we also got other things here. Goods.
Would you look at that?
Machine rate sets and a multi-key. Universal lockpick. Gladly take that.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Servo skull anti-grav impellers. Operator's gloves. Ooh, that's actually kind of good. And melt a charge. So who has the best tech use? 30, 30, 30. That's gonna be me. Okay. Well then. And I think you have demolitions, don't you? Yes, you do. But I can't equip it, so it's just an inventory. Okay.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Door. Got to charge it. Use a multi-key. Or use tech use. Let's use tech use.
The duty prevails.
Restore power.
I rise above hardships.
I'm going to save the machine rate set. We don't need it.
I have proven myself yet again. Accomplished.
Hey, shotgun. I'll take that. More multi-keys. Medkits and more multi-charges. Question is with the shotgun. 10 to 15. Very narrow and spreads out. Knocks him back when fired at effective range. Armor pen's a little bit lower. It's a two-handed weapon too. Then we'll do that, and then we'll do this. I think that works for me. And who has medic? You can't equip that. You can. You already got 2. Just in case. Ideally, we don't need them.
Let us walk this path to the end.
More goods. Electrified shard nets. Xenos cargo. All trade goods. All good stuff. Those seniors completely destroyed. Ah, that's a shame. An exact replica of the ship. Very nice.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
All right, let's blow up the door.
Never doubt me.
Levels for everybody. I'll take that. And what we got? Bring it down. The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 AP and no movement points. This ally is under the effective voice of command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn. This ally gains a one-time additional +10 momentum. That'll be used on more than the same ally more than once in a row. Perfect. We get Endure until the warrior's next turn. All incoming damage reduced by 2, and the warrior gains +10 temporary wounds. Perfect. How about Psyker? Expose weakness. The operative removes all exploits for the target, decreases the target's dodge, parry, and armor by 15 plus exploits removed times 1%. Till the start of the operative's next turn. Now we can start using that other ability. A Revel in Slaughter. The soldier immediately removes the winded effect. Until the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonuses. +10 ballistic, +50% critical damage, +5% critical hit chance. The ability becomes available after the soldier kills 3 enemies. Kill counter is not reset between rounds. Perfect.
The divine one is over us.
The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It's Theodora.
Are you lost, my heir?
You are the warp.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
Yeah, this is impossible.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality.
Yeah, that sounds like corruption.
I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Temptation and deceit. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recessions of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
So we get to do some choices. Dogmatic, iconoclast, and heretical. So, dogmatic, we can walk through the fire. Heretical, we can accept the offer of help. An iconoclast, yeah, we can. So this is faith, heresy, and grounded in reality. I will not leave my people in harm's way. You look away, and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire.
Know your duty.
Where did it go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
93%. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna say this is not a guarantee. Let's see if this works. What do we got? Deck officer helmet. Grants 5% armor. Well, I know who needs it.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Crash the platform.
Duty prevails.
Bring it down! Perfect. And now we walk. Whoop.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak, without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Maud headed for earlier.
Good decision, Abelard.
Let us walk this path to the end.
More cargo. That's where we want to go. Is there anything else over here? Any cool stuff? Not really. Cannot go beyond.
We should deal with this.
Ooh, purple crate. Adamantine hilt guards. I'll take those.
This is out of the ordinary.
More goods. Bayonets. Carbon fiber plates. Data conduit. Okay. Clearly there's crafting. Or trading, anyways.
We shall reclaim.
There better be, because half my stuff is trading. Lex Mechanics goggles. Grants 3 logic. And what are you? Plasma conduits. Who has the most logic? 35, 30, 30, 30. I guess we get fancy glasses.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
This is not the stateroom. Fair enough. Lord Captain's quarters. Well, that's not good. Not good at all. Let's warp across there. Helmet of the Devoted requires dogmatic. So yeah, you found an item that can only be equipped by a character of a certain conviction rank. That is fine. Theodora's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls. No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
I doubt it. Woodveer wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Check the Archmilitant's body. What killed Mort? An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. You lean closer to the body. Cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot. An extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and a scroll that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Indra, what do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Kunrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Would you mind touching Theodora? You might be able to see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
It's difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. And how about the papers? Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed to Theodora signed it with the seal of one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, xenos, and other enemies of humanity. We had best be on our way.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
All right, quick check. What do we got? Ooh, Rogue Trader's Cloak. Grants Fellowship for each enemy in a 2-cell radius. That might be beneficial. Theodora's Rosary. The wearer of this amulet gains +10 bonus to Commerce and Lore Imperium. I might have a choice to make here. No, I can actually wear 2. Accessories. And what's a commissar without a cape? So I wonder though if Abelard might be better suited to use that.
I forge my destiny among the stars.
Hello, organ. What else we got over here? Czar fragment hung on a trophy board. Onward to the bridge. Oh.
Run, fools, or fall.
Your Emperor won't save you.
Keep you there. So where can you go? We'll keep you right there as well. Abelard shall start. So yeah, light armor. The heavier armor, the decreased the dodge, but increased armor you get. Have obtained heavy armor, did we? Yeah, we're gonna need that. I fear we might need it.
I will do my duty.
Charge! Oh, not enough for cleave.
At your beck and call.
I need more AP.
Actions will speak louder than words. Rejoice in service.
I could have Abelard kill this other cutthroat, or at least engage him. It cost me 2 AP. I think this might be better.
The Emperor commands. Your corrupt way has failed.
Shotgun. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the enemy's portrait indicates they are under the influence of some kind of effect. If we click the right mouse button on the effects icon to see more details. Combat Servitor. Heavily damaged. Damage, hit chance, and wounds are greatly reduced. It also has a thermal multi-melta. Scorching area attack. Do not like. Let's trigger that. And how about this?
Eradicated.
Some down. I should have triggered that. Why am I not triggering the running gun? Dang it, Soul, you know better than that. Give you forewarning.
Was it you? Or
Give you immediate 2 exploits. Ooh, hold on a second. Do that. I think I will.
that is not my destiny. On it.
We are in cover. I don't know if that's going to help the Melta. I'm going to find out here real quick. Somewhat.
It will be done. Victory
And give you an endure because you're going to need it.
I will do my duty.
Give you voice command.
So it shall be done.
You're going to need it. This is probably a better...
Actions
That's
will
probably a better
speak
choice.
louder than words.
Ish. We'll fall back a little. Oh, I hit spacebar. Whoops. I was gonna say we're gonna fall back.
I'll do it.
No, we're not.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Ugh. Okay, let's get this exploit. Expose the weakness.
But of course.
Give you forewarning.
Will do.
Not really. Oh, he's got like 1 HP left.
Everything with unshakable faith.
Almost got him.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Let me just walk over calmly and get him out of here. Got him right in half. Yeah. Perfect. What is this? Your wearer gains 5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Well, that just sounds fun. The finest hour. There we go. That's what I was looking for. This one, let's do. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, that ally gains temporary wounds equal to 10% of their maximum wounds plus 6. Commanding voice might be a good idea. Increasing the voice command range by 6. The other abilities increased by 3, yeah. Focus, inspiring courage, personal oversight. I'm gonna say commanding voice. A daring breach. The warrior immediately restores all AP and MP and gains +3 movement points till the end of the turn. Do not lose MP after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee weapons attacks this turns. Attempt. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee damage against the enemy deals an additional 5 damage. Does not stack, but it can be reactivated. Melee attack deal an additional 3 damage to enemies that have no allies in adjacent cells. Easy targets. Increase critical damage by 8% against enemies that are not armed with a melee weapon. 50% less, 50% health or less. Gain 30% critical hit chance. I'm actually thinking Desolation might be the better one. As long as they're not next to each other, then it's a constant 3 damage. And what do you get? Dismantling attack. Melee inflicts 1 exploit on all enemies in combat, then makes a free attack against the target. That attack always hits. When you attack a target that full wounds, the attack deals 14% more damage. Not bad. Instant exposure. Exposed weakness costs 0 AP. That is really good because then we don't get to stack them, but we can actually trigger it immediately. We'll do that one right now. I'm not even gonna look at the other ones. Argenta, you get firearm mastery. So the soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to the weapon's rate of fire, minimum of 2. Using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. The soldiers, end of their turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. And then the soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. That sounds pretty good. Reach adjacent ally, the soldier deals 9% more damage. Cover efficiency is increased by 10% for full cover and 20% for half cover. Fire it up. Whenever the soldier deals damage, the critical damage is increased by 1% until the end of combat. Not bad. Rack and Ruin. After the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, the soldier gains plus 18% more damage for the next attack in the current combat. Reloading costs minus 2 AP less, so a minimum of 1. The first reload in combat does not cost AP. Unpredictable. Soldier gains plus 8% critical hit chance. The bonus is doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected by cover at the moment of the attack. So technically 16% critical hit chance. As long as you're in cover. Ooh, that could be between that one and what is it? That just stacks damage or critical damage by 1%. So we have 9 damage as long as somebody's next to her for each adjacent ally. And then again, critical hit chance is pretty good. Reload's good for long fights. Got better cover. I think camaraderie is going to be important. At least for the start. She's either going to be right next to the Psyker or right next to me. And I think that's a good use of our abilities. Abelard. What is it? Intelligence less than 35. You could benefit from this. Plus 5 toughness. I know it's kind of dirty on somebody. No critical hits against you. Argenta does get that, though. I think Abelard having more armor is better. We'll give you the golden helmet. I'll pause it here real quick, so if you want to read the letter, you can. I mean, I'll pause it. You'll have to pause it. To the bridge. I know we're running a little bit longer, but I think this is going to be worth it. To the bridge! Grab the goods first. I think like a rogue trader here. We got bridge officers. Law of the Warp.
The duty prevails.
The horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permeate the bridge. Edelthrad.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader.
Theodora is dead. I found her and the arch-militant in her study.
God Emperor preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
Then we will die fighting.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
The ship could still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
You can see Kunrad clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
What gear you duplicates, cur? The rogue traitor's death will be avenged.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
So we were right. Kunrad had no idea she was dead.
Edelthrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Well,
Close ranks!
that was worth boldly strolling into a clear ritual circle, wasn't it? How do we want to do this? Let's do Abelard. 140. Some cutthroats down on the side. Some melee boys. All right, here we go. You encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the enemy's portrait indicates they are under the influence of some kind of effect. Yeah, I saw that already. You, what are you? Chaos Spawn. Natural armor. Creature armors depend on the amount of its wounds. Has more than 70% of its total wounds, and it's 55%. 70 to 40% has 40%. And less than 40, it has only 25% of its armor. It's melee. We have Toxic Spurt. 3x3 zone for 2 rounds. Rending Scream. Devour. Devours an ally, restoring 30% of the creature's maximum wounds. Whenever an enemy attack deals damage to this creature greater than 15% of the creature's maximum wounds, the creature gains 5 weapon skill and strength. Ugh. Combat Master. Switches negative effects, becomes staggered instead of suffering the stunned or cannot attack effect. Becomes slowed instead of immobilized, and suffers the side dampening effect instead of being psychosomatic. Also, the creature is immune to falling prone. Good to know. Well, first things first. All costs is what it is.
Rejoice in service.
Nobody's in position, but I can give that to Argenta. And that might be a better use of it.
Doubt is for the...
All that for 1.
I'll do it.
And we hold.
Death to non-believers! Brace yourself, Abelard!
Good news that are engaging our allies.
Anything else?
Analyze and expose immediately. All for free.
Anything else?
And dodge, parry, and armor by that. Perfect. It's 5. Psychic Scream does what? 7 to 16. It's better.
Follow my lead.
All right, Argenta. And where do I want to move? I'm going to put you right here. And they're too widespread. Of course they are. Oh, there we go.
As the Emperor commands.
Use unique abilities called heroic acts or desperate measures. Momentum is required. Depending on the actions of your party in combat, the momentum bar will increase or decrease. A high momentum value allows a character to use a heroic act. Low value grants access to desperate measures. Both abilities can completely change the course of a battle, but every party member can either use one or the other, and only once in combat. Oh, we're triggering this right now. Might as well.
In the will of the righteous.
Drop him. All right, big guy. How about we don't miss?
I'll do it. For you, my Emperor.
Stop missing.
I will not.
That's as far as we're gonna get. All right, Abelard.
Indeed.
Get in there. Good parry.
Weapon at the ready.
Good job, Enforcer.
Chaos guides me.
I actually need to be out in the open in order to use my shotgun here, don't I? Yeah, this is not going to hit Abelard, so I'll take that.
And so shall you have been judged and found wanting.
Oh! You didn't have to be next to him. That's good. I thought we got rid of the guys around him, he'd be safe, but nope. Looks like there's one guy left on the deck I have to worry about.
Stay vigilant.
All right. Let's give that to Argenta.
Was that you? Or
Analyze. Exploit. We can do that. Can I do it against this one?
no can do.
No, line of sight required.
That is not my
Too far.
destiny.
Well then, fine.
Anything is.
Yeah, revel in the slaughter. I'm gonna sidestep just so we have the bonus. I should have run a gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Can I see over the ledge? No.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Almost. I'm gonna trigger his next devour. Not yet.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Careful. Victory is imminent.
Not triggered yet.
Will rule the stars themselves. It will be done.
Good dodge. No end to melee attacks, sir. Looks like I've got
At your beck and
at least one more.
it will be done.
Delicious. Keep him there. Oh, I didn't dodge that one. Or that one.
I've suffered worse. Death to the weak.
Good shot.
I can't allow myself to do this. Rejoice in service.
Well, if I can't choose. Then by God, I'm gonna use a shotgun.
Stop it! But of course. Will do.
Bring his armor down.
Anything else?
And I'll do a scream. We don't want to injure our own party members.
It's nothing.
I got 4 rounds left. Good hits. Another kit on you just to stay in the fight, just in case.
Victory is imminent.
Ah, no crit. Unfortunate. And no dodges either. Ugh. A lowly deck enforcer gets the kill. Boo. I got no shot there. No shot.
It cleanses the body.
You need to do a reload.
I'll do it. God Emperor, move through me.
Hi.
Fire in my heart.
Good night. Well, that's a right mess. One more level. I'm gonna say, what's willpower? I got 30. Stack more fellowship. Yeah, while under 40% wounds. Gain a bonus 10 to all characteristics and +2 to resolve. No heresy. Your stats are lower Xenos and lower warp to 0. But when fighting the alien or demonic creatures, we get +10% critical hit chance, +10% armor. This is stronger together. All allies excluding Xenos. The current party gain +5 to the same characteristics. That'd be, I think it was fellowship. Give you stronger together. Abelard, I'm going to give you thick skin. Was that parry? It gives you temporary wounds and range. I'm going to give you thick skin. And weapon skill? Toughness is more wounds. Weapon skill is parry chance. Reduces enemy parry chance against their melee attacks. Will increase the chance of scoring critical hits. Give you that one. And I'm going to say you probably need more intelligence. I'll give you more perception just to balance the books. Have unnatural luck. Turns a critical hit to a normal hit. First dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a -14% penalty. That's pretty nice. Every 9th dodge or end or parry by the Psyker gives them +2 additional. Ooh. Better armor pen, so that'd be good for Abelard. In the beginning of every combat, the Psyker's allies gain +50% critical hit chance. That's a toss-up. First critical hit removes this effect, yeah. But until you land it, it's at the start of every combat. I'll give you Edge of Fate. Argenta, what do you get? Maybe more ballistic skill? Better accuracy for that special ability of yours. This can stack quickly. The soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies. The soldier gains 20%. Has to be 3 different, though. I'm going to give you unpredictable. Just to boost that critical hit chance.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
We need to re-establish contact with the navigator's Sanctum. This is our only chance of escaping the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something that can be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Oh, please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
I'm ready. Begin the ritual. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath the thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It is taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true nature, its real nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in an otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
Resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. Begone, Phantom!
Over the Iron World. I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
I am no one's servant.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
A good game, everybody. That was just getting control of the ship. Gotta love it. We get into the next area here. Cargo management. Open the cargo manager screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship, the amount, the types, the percentage of cargo being filled up. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen in Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, and nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you, or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join in the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranked officers. Some posts had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crew. I have to double check something here because we are getting a little bit long for time. I cannot save here. How did we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was our own master of whispers. Abelard grimaces. So what is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work six decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Have you succeeded in tracking down Whitger? Abelard grits his teeth. No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I am afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. Very well. I am ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers! You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Solstrom will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce these present, Abelard. As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. The Vigdis Suri Otta of the Tolmain Line, our new Voxmaster. It's an honor to serve, your lordship. The Voxmaster offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external resources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Raver, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with a pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our High Factorum Generis Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an and sly smile and bows. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have the three officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard, the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly the Drive Master, servant of the Omnissiah. Three officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priest mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. I wish to hear the Infernus Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material loss and crew casualties, has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Senshell and the High Factorum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice, pitched for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Hi, Factotum. What have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We've lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately that number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced. It also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skilled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planet, rumbles Abelard, frowning. Drive Master, I'll hear from you now. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood. I'm not going to do a tech priest voice, sorry. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroy the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted to my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engine Seer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. I see, thank you. The tech priest bows her head. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut it a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our engine seer Prime and Navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you allow me to interject. When we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of this was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull, as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. And slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round this system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Prometheum and supplies last. And if any thick as grok shite lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score. Oh, very good. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No. My job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. Got no able crew. No Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. The Master of Ordnance chokes back the words he was obviously about to blurt out without thinking. He casts another look at you before turning away. I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins. Every other officer is dead. The Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken a hold of me. He looks up at you. But I've heard of you, yes. Your fame has reached us even as far as the Expanse. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself. He adjusts his uniform and stands ramrod straight. The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight if that is the Lord Captain's will. Alright, so, to summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members. We require new engines here, Prime and Navigator. Is that all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. We will never reach Footfall without first solving these 3 immediate problems. Thank you for the reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Okay. Your lordship, there's one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora... Abelard hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything, and I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Kronos Expanse. Yes, I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You were referring to the contents of that note, I presume. Yes, quite right. XC. Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrix von Kalox. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, and we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Uribundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Rykad, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but as a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he's about to offer some words of encouragement. Idria, Sister Argentina, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods toward Idria. Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insists on seeing the rogue trader. I judge it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Idria's glazed eyes roll over those assembled. One word bursts from her lips. Daybreak. Idria, come to your senses. Damn it. Idria presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is headed our way and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Maybe it's dawn. And it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Class? No, not yet anyway. The voices are all going berserk, all shouting at once. Can't make any sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Lord Captain, if you want to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you have benefited from them as well. Psyker's bitten lips stretch into a wry smile. If there's nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. The High Factorum breaks away from the rest and approaches you bowing repeatedly. Lord Captain, I may steal just one more moment of your time. The matter is rather delicate as it concerns trophies that were left out of the battles on the ship. One trophy in particular, I should say. I retrieved a blade fragment from one of the bodies on the bridge. Curious article. I saw the need to keep it safe in case it should be of interest to you. As he says this, the factotum's gaze slides away from yours, and he looks off somewhere over your shoulder. You should keep it for now. As soon as we locate this acolyte of the Inquisition, you will hand the blade over to him. A spike of pain pierces your skull. The entity inside you howls and rages, promising you 1,000,000 torments and miseries for this treachery. The factotum gives a start and briskly makes a note on his data slate. Of course, your lordship. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my throat is dry. I need some water. And we're going to cut the episode here for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, by all means, please don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff. And in the meantime, stay safe, and I will see you in the next episode of Rogue Trader. Take care, all.